this video, we want to talk about practice problem set number 1. In this practice problem, we have two problems. In problem 1, it is asked to dimension the following object. And in problem 2, the students are asked to find the loosest clearance fit. Now, to solve these problems, we need to watch the related videos. Now, for example, for problem 1, there are two videos that discusses a similar problem to this. So if we go to Blackboard and Pinapto, we see that in a file called number 2-standard_tech_1, at the end of the video begins like this, and this is the PDF of the video and the handout. So if we watch the video, toward the end of the video, it asks, how do you dimension this object? Basically, similar problem to the practice problem number 1. Now, the solution and the continuation of the discussion of this problem is given in number 3-standard_tech_2. And as you see, if I zoom out a little bit, this is the continuation of the handout, and this is the video. So if we scroll back and forth, you see that the discussion is going to be given. So using this, we can now talk specifically how we can solve this problem. So to solve this problem, we need to give all the horizontal dimensions and all the required vertical dimensions and all the dimensions that is required to fully define the circular hole in the object. So to define, we put two reference. We define them based on two reference points. So for the horizontal one, we give every dimension from the left edge, and we need 1, 2, and 3 dimensions to fully define all the necessary horizontal length. For example, if we want the length of this portion of the object, we know that it's C minus B. Now for the vertical ones, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 basically. And as you see, again, we use the reference point, which is the horizontal edge at the bottom, and then we define E, F, G, H, and the total length, which is D. Now instead of D, we could have put like another one over here, which gives the position of this basically edge. But now D minus H would be the distance that we needed. Okay? Alright, now for the location of the circular hole, we need the diameter of the circular hole, which is given by phi, as well as the location of its center, which is defined from this horizontal edge and this vertical edge. So I and J. And that's the solution for problem 1. Now for problem 2, it asks find the loosest clearance fit if the diameter of the smallest hole is 0.500 inches, allowance is 0.003 inches, and tolerance is 0.002 inches. Now again, similar to the problem 1, to solve this problem 2, we need to watch a certain number of videos that has been pre-recorded. So what are those videos? So let me put this away. Now the videos to solve problem number 2 appear in the Pinapto sets as standard_tech_4, and here, if you see, the handout basically is giving the problem statement, and the problem statement is fully discussed in this video, and all the details from the that are necessary to solve this problem is given. Now once the problem is set up, this solution basically continues in another video, which is called standard_tech_5, and in the handout basically discusses the solution basically point by point, and also
and for the shaft the respective values would be 0.496.
Pause it so that it doesn't interfere with my voice. And as you see, we discussed the solution in these pre-recorded videos that you can watch. Alright, now after watching this, to check if your solution is correct, we can put up this solution for this problem. And to solve this problem, basically, let me just bring up this problem again. So this is the problem. We have the smallest hole, allowance, and tolerances. So having the smallest hole and the allowance and the tolerance, we can get the lower limit for the shaft. That means that the lowest shaft, the shaft with the smallest diameter. So we know that the smallest hole is 0.5, and we have an allowance of 0.003. So if we subtract that 0.003 from 0.5, we get 0.497 as the largest possible shaft. Now we also know that the tolerance is given as 0.002 inches, so if we subtract that from the largest shaft, we get the lower limit of the shaft, which becomes 0.495 inches. Now for the hole, we know that the smallest hole is 0.5 inches. So since we have a tolerance of 0.002 inches, so we can get the diameter of the largest hole by adding 0.002 to 0.5, and we get 0.502 inches for the largest hole. Now the clearance would be the difference between the largest hole and the smallest shaft, and we found both of them in the above, so we subtract them from each other and we get a clearance of 0.007 inches, and that's basically gonna give us the answer to problem 2, which asks the loosest clearance fit. The answer is 0.007 inches.